Good morning students, how are you all? I hope all of you are fine. So, in the previous class we have learnt about Dalton's atomic theory of matter. What are the postulates of Dalton's atomic theory? I hope all of you have learnt that one. So, it has 5 postulates. Each and every point is very important, I said. And so in this Dalton's atomic theory, Dalton explained about matter. Matter is composed of tiny particles. We have learned in Dalton's atomic theory, the first postulate itself, it tells that matter is composed of small or tiny particles which are called as atoms. Okay. And we will be learning, in today's session, we will be learning more about atoms and molecules. Okay. So, what are atoms? You might have listened many times that there is a statement that is, atoms are building blocks of all matter. See, atoms are building blocks of all matter. That means, what is the meaning of this sentence? In a simply way, I will try to understand, I will try to make you understand. When we are constructing any building, for the construction of a building, first of all, pillars. After pillars, then the walls will be constructed one by one. To construct a wall, what is important? Very essential things are bricks. So these bricks, cement, sand, etc. are important. So these bricks, when they are arranged one above the other, then only we can construct a wall. So just like that, the bricks are very important, and they are the building blocks of a wall. Same like that only for any matter also, the atoms are just like the building blocks of matter. Whatever may be the matter, it may be a solid or liquid or gas, whatever may be the matter, but the building blocks of all matter is nothing but atoms. Atom means in its word meaning itself is indivisible. Atom means indivisible, the smallest particles which cannot be further subdivided. Okay. So atoms are the most fundamental of all particles that can have an independent existence. So we learned that atoms are the tiniest particles, that means very small particles, and that cannot be seen with our naked eye, or if you use any microscope also, it will be very difficult to see. Atoms cannot be seen even under a powerful microscope also. We have to use some special equipment to see that. So atoms cannot be seen under even a powerful microscope. They are very small, but they are very fundamental particles, very important and very essential for any matter. If there are no atoms, there is no matter. So the matter to exist, the atoms are very important, fundamental of all particles. Atoms are the fundamental of all particles that can have independent existence. That means atoms can exist independently. The atoms of few elements. You know about elements, right? Hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, like that. Some, if you take metals, iron, gold, copper, nickel, like that, various elements are present. So if you take few elements, the atoms have independent existence. Suppose if you take the atoms of some metals like gold. If you take gold, what is the symbol of gold? Au. Its Latin name is Rm. So its symbol is Au. Similarly, if you take aluminium also, the symbol is Al. So this aluminium, iron, Fe, iron, copper, like this. If you take any metal, so in these metallic elements, the atoms have independent existence. That means they can independently exist. They can exist separately without combining other atoms. They can exist separately. They have independent existence. That means single atoms can exist in this. And if you take some other elements like hydrogen, hydrogen if you take, the atoms of hydrogen does not actually exist independently. They will combine with other atoms of hydrogen. So, the smallest unit of hydrogen gas is said to be H2. Then this H2 is not said to be an atom. Why? Because H2 means how it is formed. It is a combination of two hydrogen atoms. So, in certain elements, the atoms combine with other atoms and they will form molecules. What do we call? We will call them as molecules. When atoms of an element combine with atoms of the same other atoms of the same element, then we call them as molecule. Okay, like that if you take nitrogen, the atoms of nitrogen in the gas, in the air, the nitrogen gas is present. Here also the nitrogen atoms do not have independent existence, but the two nitrogen atoms will combine with each other to form a nitrogen molecule. Okay, certain atoms will have independent existence like this. Certain atoms of elements do not have independent existence. That means they do not exist separately, but they will combine with the atoms of same element and they will form molecules. So, we can say the atoms may be having independent existence or may not be having independent existence, but they are the smallest particles and most fundamental of all particles of the matter. So, then when the atoms combine with the atoms of same element or other element. Here in this case we have seen that in hydrogen, two hydrogen atoms combine with each other to form a hydrogen molecule. Sometimes one atom of one element combine with the atoms of other elements like here see they will form some molecules. They are also called as molecules. Here carbon monoxide. This is carbon monoxide. This is carbon dioxide. Here the one atom of carbon combined with one atom of oxygen. Two atoms of two different elements combined with each other. Here one atom of carbon combined with two atoms of oxygen. So it formed carbon dioxide. Here also the atoms of two different elements are combined with each other. So here the two hydrogen atoms are combined with each other to form a hydrogen molecule. Then here two nitrogen atoms combine with each other to form a nitrogen molecule. In this case, atoms of two different elements combined with each other, carbon and oxygen. Both different elements, atoms of two different elements are combined with each other. So we can call this type of molecules as compounds. This type of molecules as compounds. These are called as molecules. This can be called as, they can be only called as molecules, but they can be called as molecules as well as compounds. Why we are calling them compounds? Because they have atoms of two different elements. In these molecules, the atoms of two different elements are joined together. So these are called compounds. Here I have written molecules definition. Molecules are the smallest units of a substance that exist independently. Molecules exist independently. But atoms, they may exist independently or may not exist independently. But molecules can always exist independently. All molecules can have their independent existence and retain the physical and chemical properties of the substance. Molecules will have the same physical and chemical properties as that of the substance have. This is about the molecules. How the molecules are formed? Molecules, in a simply way we can say that molecules are formed by the combination of two or more atoms, or a group of atoms is called a molecule. Then when particles of a substance contain only one type of atoms, that substance is called an element. Here we have learnt hydrogen is an element. If you take any element, it contains the atoms of only one type of atoms. That means very simple, that if you take gold or aluminium, most commonly you will be finding aluminium sheets, very thin aluminium sheet, or we can also call it as a aluminium foil. In general, in our daily life, we will be using aluminium foils for packaging foods, like like that. So aluminum foil, it is a substance, aluminum foil, which contains, which is made up of only aluminum atoms. It does not contain any other atoms of any other element, right? So aluminum foil contains the atoms of only aluminum. Like if you take any element, gold or aluminum or iron or copper or hydrogen or nitrogen, if you take any element, it contains all the particles of same type. That means the atoms of same type. Only one type of atoms here. See, when particles of substance contain only one type of atoms, then the substance is called an element. Contains only one type of atoms. So these atoms, when combined with each other, when joined together, we can have molecules that can form molecules. And these molecules, whether they are formed by the combination of atoms of same element or different element, based on that, again these molecules are of two types, we can see. Molecules, simple molecules and compound molecules. Simple molecules means these are formed by the combination of the atoms of same element. Okay, so that we can write here atoms can form molecules, atoms can form compounds. What is the difference between molecules and compounds? Means here, see here, atoms of same type, of same element. Atoms of same element, when combined with each other, we get molecules. Atoms of different elements, when combined with each other, we get compounds. Okay, atoms of same element when joined together, we get molecules. Examples for molecules: hydrogen molecule, nitrogen molecule, oxygen molecule, ozone molecule, O3, like that. And examples for compounds, we can write CO2, SO2, NH3, HCl, like this. See, CO2, carbon dioxide, SO2, sulfur dioxide, NH3, ammonia, HCl, hydrochloric acid. So in all these molecules, we can see the atoms of different elements. So they are also called as compounds. In CO2 molecule, we can see the atom of carbon and two atoms of oxygen, two different elements. Atoms of two different elements, sulfur and oxygen. Atoms of two different elements, nitrogen and hydrogen. Atoms of two different elements, hydrogen and chlorine, like that. When atoms of two or more different elements combined with each other in a simple whole number ratio, we call them as compounds. So this is the major difference between molecules and compounds. Okay children, I hope you have understood about the concept. Here the very important and very basic concept I have explained today, that is atoms, molecules and compounds. Major difference, what is the difference between atoms, molecules and compounds? Try to understand and also note down some important points. Mainly in this thing you have to learn their definitions. Atoms, molecules and compounds. These three definitions you try to learn. It will be helpful for you in the remaining classes also. Okay, thank you.